Dan, why don't you tell us what that mark means on the side of her?
I have no idea. Is that where
Strange
your life?
birthmark.
That's our brand.
Yeah.
606.
Dan
Okay.
Miller is our veterinarian.
Pregnancy testing in Wyoming. Every place is different. The farther forward the mark, farther forward the mark, the earlier the calving, the earlier the pregnancy. Farther back, she's later in the calving season. So you can sort cattle based on the mark forward or back and bring those earlies in close to the barn.
These are first calf heifers, and we're watching. We got one calving right now. It's real common to have problems with them. You know, have trouble with labor. They could be backwards. They can be take too long and
Or they
have trouble.
or the heifer just not get up after it's born and get the sack licked off of it and around its nose so it can breathe.
Yeah, so we watch them pretty close. We got one calving in the back there, clear up against the belting there
It's the black one back there.
with the yellow tag. Black one with the yellow tag. She's been pushing now for about, half an hour? And we saw her water break. We have not seen any feet yet. That's the first thing we look for is the feet. And we can tell if it's backwards or forward, or if we don't see any feet at all and it goes on too long, then we know the feet are back, and then we'll have to go and help her. So.
And one thing that's kind of alerting us to this girl is she's being a little more dramatic. She's throwing straw. She's pushing pretty aggressively, and then she quits and up. And she's might be a sign that a foot is back and a shoulder and one hoof is coming, or so a little more pain can make there be more complications, or I guess indicate that there's a problem.
So right now she's not fully dilated, so we're just kind of waiting to see what happens, because if we run her in the chute right now and feel everything, make sure if it is okay, and we go ahead and pull it with her not being fully dilated, we can cause more problem. It can cause a uterine prolapse, and so we're kind of waiting for her to get fully dilated so that we can go ahead and pull it if we put her in the chute. And so it's a waiting game. Well, we were watching this heifer for half an hour, 45 minutes, and we watched it progress to where we saw a foot sticking out, and we only saw one foot.
And the tongue.
And we saw a tongue head, so we had suspicion that it had one foot back, and we gave her time to dilate and get further along, and then we ran her in the chute, and we checked her out.
So he's just trying to feel for both hoofs.
Feel a hoof, a mouth, and not another hoof.
And it's a big calf. You can tell by the size of the hoof.
And then sure enough, there was a foot back. I gotta get that other hoof pointed back, so. I gotta find it in there first. There it is, little hooves. See, there's the one I just brought forward. Now it'll come. So we straightened foot out, and calf came right out after that.
And had you not straightened that hoof out and helped her, you would have lost the calf eventually. And if she would have strained long enough, complications with her would have been down the road too. So. Lily, there's an ice cream bucket on the counter.
I got one.
Oh, you got it? So remember, pinch off.
Little Johnny.
Don't catch him right away. Eventually the umbilical cord will break, and the calf will suffocate inside of him if you can't get it out right away.
So little Johnny, that little baby's born without an immune system, as 0 antibodies. But this first milk is called colostrum, loaded with antibodies, tons. And he has the ability, in that first milking, to put it in his circulation in about an hour. With that milk, he'll be loaded with antibodies.
And it also helps with coronavirus too, if you drink that
Clint
colostrum
drank some
milk.
last year.
Yeah, I did
Thank
take a
you,
shot
Mike.
of it last year.
Look at him. No,
Yeah.
he's alive today. Lily's
Last-
in line to milk. She's next. She wants to try to milk.
We can get a shot lined
Lily?
up for each of you.
This
if
could
you
be
want.
the Dairy Scholarship
I'll
of
do it.
Wyoming.
Right.
No, not out of that bucket. That's gross. I'll do it. In
I have
like
some fresh out of rain.
I'd drink it for money.
Okay.
So little Johnny,
You want
at the veterinary clinic, we have
Yeah.
calves that are 3 or 4 days old that never got the first milk, and they just kind of waste away and die. They have no immunity to anything because of this. That's gold. Johnny Reed, put your nose down here a minute.
I'm right there. I'm ready.
No, come here. Let's look at this birthmark. To me, it looks like a Wyoming cowboy emblem. I don't know. Look, what do you think? From the bottom, Johnny.
He's looking down. He's got his camera
He is
down there.
Not paying attention. Just like in school, he's not paying attention.
So you can see the difference in size. So I can get a good grip on that one, but this one, part of that's how full it is.
So we're gonna tube this calf just since we have its mother in the chute. We're just gonna milk her, tube it, just so that we make sure that he gets a full belly right away.
That is
And
awesome.
gets the
That is
colostrum in him.
awesome. That is gold. That's worth $1,000 right there. This fall, this will sell this calf. It'll be $1,000.
I'm the best tuber in
You
the
are the
world.
Do you want me to do it so you guys won't drown the calf on camera? So everybody taught you how to feel that tube?
I've yet to do it. Left side, I got it, Dan.
Okay, put your knees up in there.
I will.
Hold your legs up. I'm on a witness.
You can get this tube down the wrong. You can get it in his windpipe, and you can drown him pretty easy. So if she's feeling his esophagus, or is that what it is? Yeah, his esophagus, to make sure that she.
I already
feels-
did. It goes down the left side here. So when you feel it pass on the left side with your hand there, when you first go, you know you got it in the right spot.
It's almost like how Dan used to do the beer bongs in high school.
Have we ever told you that one story about Dan? Well, there's a few, but they're probably not camera worthy. So we're also watching this milk. You're gonna see it come down the tube, and we're gonna cut it off.
Some of these calves will stand up and get a drink from their mother within a half hour.
Baby, we'll see how to swine this and then chasing after it. And my coat's gonna get all dirty. You got him? Her? Yeah. Her.
What you see hanging out the back end is her after birth. Everything's gonna detach and come out, and she'll eat that.
What we want to see is for her to go lick that calf and dry it off. That's how they dry them off in this cold weather. It stimulates the calf too to try to stand up and get a drink.
That calf still has all the liquid on it from being in mom's tummy. Okay, and so when that calf dries, it has that stuff turns into a powder, and that calf's gonna get all fluffy and dry, and that smell of the afterbirth being in mom's tummy is gonna stay on that calf for a few days. So mom always knows which calf is hers. So this is the stuff that turns to powder that keeps that scent on those calves.
Come on.
It dries out and stays in their fur.
They all must have a different smell, apparently. Because somehow they can keep them all straight.
Wait.
It's important for the calf to know who its mom is, right? And how's it know?
Because it's black.
Its mom's black with the yellow tag.
Yeah. So it's important for calf
No, keep looking at him.
to know whose its mom is, and it tells by the tag number.
9265
Yeah.
is
And
its mom.
And it's the black one with the yellow tag.
Yeah, and a brown stripe.
This is her very first time she's ever had a baby in her life. She was bred as a yearling to calve at age 2. And this is awesome. This is great maternal instinct. And she's going to be in the cow herd for the next 9 years now. 10.
Yep.
And there's a good chance that her daughter will have the same instinct and go on to be a great cow herself, too. We have a win-win-win. We have a calf that's doing good. We have a brand new heifer mother that loves her baby. And things are going to wean great in the fall. Okay, cut. Hey, you know that cartoon? You know those jokes? The teacher, you know, Little Johnny? Started with Little Johnny right there.
That Johnny.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.